Hello and welcome back to Oak City. This is our Plains and Prairies, going to be episode number 46. We are here in September, so we are going to be doing some plowing, planting, and selling. We did turn around and find ourselves in a little bit of a lull in the harvest season, so it turns out we don't really have much to pull out of the ground this month, but we do have a lot of planting, 2 big fields. We're going to have 4 fields to plow, and then, just a host of things to turn around and sell. So we're going to jump right in and head out. Did not bother cleaning any of the gear that's jumping out in the fields this month, as we are starting at first light. Just going to get everything dirty again. Actually, I bet I just took the wrong turn because we're working that big field. We got to head off to the new wheat field, or what's going to be the new wheat field, and then we have barley that we're going to actually try to get in this year is going to be the plan. There is a look at the gigantic canola field that we put in last month. I suppose we will have a fair amount of spraying to do as well. So plowing, planting, selling, and spraying. We're going to have to spray that field. We're also going to have to spray the poplar field. I think that's re-sprouting. So that'll be another thing we'll get a look at. That is just up here. Little drive through town this morning with all the lights on. There we go. There is the poplar field, re-sprouted. Look through the trees, one little bald spot in it, but I don't think we're going to worry about trying to do much with that. And the water beds, whatever you want to call them. Cool that they're around the map. The sound effects for them were great, actually. Getting crazy. Still have to come up with something to turn around and put in this space. Not totally sure yet. We'll get this unpacked. I think we are going to start this one in the barley field. Going to be the plan. Roll this back, see if we can not take out the fence. We'll see if we can find barley in here. There we go. And, wait a minute, why are our covers open? I know there's a way to close those. There we go. Bam. Alright. AI. It's kind of nicer to do 2 hedgerows on these, but I don't think we're actually going to have too much of a problem here. We'll just go ahead and put you like that and send it. And then I think we'll grab the next tractor in line there and bring that one out as well. Swinging in on the other side of the field here. Get this one all unfolded here. Gonna have to turn around and roll this field anyway, so not too worried about the tire tracks or coming across what we're planting. Not a big deal there. Doing the hedgerow first will just keep them away from running into things. It's kind of the thinking there. Workers, we do not need to work the headlands. We're just going to do the up and downs with this guy, and then we'll go ahead and go. Probably do a few donuts and a few doodads here before you get going, I'm sure. Will be the style. Yeah, not too bad actually, huh? Just make sure that you're going. Alright, so that's going to get this one going, which is going to let us get the roller out. As you can see, barley going in there. Everything looking good so far. We obviously will have to roll it. This is our other target field for the month. Thing is, it's not totally set up yet, so it still needs lime. So that's kind of going to be our next target of opportunity, if you will. So we do have those set up here, as you can see, and we'll be running both of the lime, both of the Unimogs here with the lime on the back out to the field there and getting those started. Alright, so here we are arriving at the fields, both of the Unimogs here with the lime. Just taking a look at the skeleton laying in the field there. Again, just a little touch that's kind of cool. Turn around and hop this one over here. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. Brand new field. I haven't actually done anything with this one except the rough plowing. So, first season plowing on this one. Yeah, we're gonna work the headlands and send it. Hopefully that works. We're just gonna get out of there. Of course he's gonna come right at us. Blocked by an object. Alright, get this on. And if you're gonna go working that way, then we'll probably just head this one over in this direction here. A bunch of holes. So should turn around and take a look around here for collectibles. But it's not unreasonable that we find some in this direction. And headlands off. Yeah. Alright, so those two will get out and start liming. These two continuing to plant, so barley going in. This will finish the setup on this field once it gets limed or plowed, and then it's limed, and that will get it set up for the wheat, which is going to be the idea there. Do still have to get out the sprayer, and we have 4 fields to plow, so we need to get a few tractors out plowing as well. Unpacking the plow here, going to turn around and throw that out into the pea field. As you can see, weeds are really starting to take over out here, so no point letting that get any worse than it is. And with us planting that field where we actually bring the plow in just around the edge of it, excuse me, because it doesn't fit down the road, rather than have to deal with that once it's growing, I'm going to turn around and get this plowed now. It's kind of why we're out here with the plow. We'd really have all off season to plow these, so we don't have to do a ton of plowing. Yeah, we're good there. It's on just the fields. And then we'll send that one. Nice look off at a bunch of weeds growing in our field. So I'm going to turn around and get rid of those. Looks much better that way. As you can see, the barley seeders are doing their job. I have 5 tractors out at this point, though we do have to get some sprayers working in this field. We have quite a bit of spraying to do, so I think that'll kind of be the next thing that we're looking at, is getting a few of the sprayers out of the shed there. Jumping in the first of the 3 sprayers here that we're going to turn around and get out into the field. We'll turn around and take a look here. How many? We can do 3. And let's send that one. There you go. Yes. Going. Cool. Then we'll jump over here. And we'll go ahead and unpack this one. Obviously, we have several of them for exactly this reason. Large acreage makes it much easier to cover. Alright, and we're going to set that to 3. No. Set that to 3. And then send it. And we'll get out of the way of all the moons. Of course, we're an object and we are in the way. And then our third and final sprayer here. We'll get that set up. This one we are going to work the headlands, and we're going to work all 3 headlands. And hopefully that'll keep our sprayers from running into one another. At this point we have an awful lot of tractors moving, 368 tractors up and running, so I don't think we're going to do a heck of a lot more currently, except try to actually get through some of this stuff. Turn around and get rid of that. Alright, so there is going our second stage of fertilizer onto the big field here. Interesting that you started with the middle hedgerow of all of the hedgerows. Okay, that's really awkward, but that's fine. This looks like he's drunk and dazed and confused. But gonna turn around and just let them rock and roll and do their thing out there, obviously. And we'll just kind of keep up to date as we're going, as I just think that we have enough tractors going on right now that I don't think we're even going to worry about setting up our sales until we just get some acres covered. So it's just kind of going to be sights and sounds of taking in the morning views, which honestly on this map can be pretty amazing. Just kind of getting in. This is one of those good looks at like what it really takes to get around a field like this, which is a ton, you know. This field just an absolute sea of green. Now, what's your weird plan there, man? Right now it's really weird. It's like, well, this one's going at some weird angle too. You would think we'd be running, but again, not gonna turn around and worry about it. Just gonna let them do their thing. This one in a good spot right now in the field where it's, absolute sea of green around you. Long run to the finish. Only halfway across the field there. Never-ending sea of oats. Yeah, see, and then he just took a weird turn. Whatever, man. Just gonna let them ride and do their thing, and see that we get that all sprayed. Obviously, a lot going on, and we'll just kind of try to keep things up to date as we go. We'll be starting our wheat planting here. What do we got? That's running into each other. Of course you guys are. Alright, let's jump over here quick. We'll move you out of the way. And then honestly, we'll just fold you up because I'm a little busy right now. And we'll put you where it should have been sprayed, which should be wherever this guy is not trying to spray. And we'll just leave you right there because we will probably need your capacity at some point, more so than we need the speed of it getting done. Alright, this one we are going to work the headlands. I don't think we have too many, we don't have really much fence, if any fence at all, to deal with on this one. So just going to run one hedgerow and then we'll send it, make sure we're on wheat. nice big wheat field here. Should be over 200 acres. And this one is also planted, so you should be done. And that'll let us turn around and pack this one up and head it over to start planting wheat as well, which we'll just go find while it's packing itself up. Oh, I missed this way. Not the easiest spot to get that one out of the field. Big equipment in a tight spot. As we've just left as much of the fence line in place and original as possible. Not sure at what point if I would ever alter that or just kind of deal with it. It's one of the things that's kind of like, you know, got to deal with a few challenges here and there on your own, you know, so we're like, they were in there. I kind of feel like it makes the fields a little restrictive, which is just a thing to have to work around. It's kind of nice. Built-in pain in the butt, I guess, is how I look at it. Alright, let's see if we can get... Oh, we gotta hurry up here, man. What do we want to do? Headlands off, just work the up and downs. And send it. Send it! You gotta drag race that dude down and back. Stay out of his way. Alright, I bet you at this point we now do not have enough things working that we should be able to get this one underway. And I think we'll just do that. So that gets the plow working as well. And then, I don't know why, but we have one sprayer down here that's like invisible. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but I'm going to turn around and figure out what's going on with the sprayers. And then we'll just kind of keep things up to date as always. Finding a few more uses for our Unimogs. They are doing a little bit more heavy work than was originally the idea with them anyway, but where we need the extra tractors and we have them, they have the horsepower for it, and apparently they're doing a decent job, so we are using them now for rolling, or probably will be using them much more now for rolling, as it's working out just fine and dandy. The only complaint I guess I have so far with the Unimogs is that even if you go with the larger fuel tank, you do find yourself having to refuel them quite often. But again, I mean, even 3.5 hours into this one, I think we've probably refilled it twice already. So again, you do have, you know, it's not that it's a high burn rate of fuel, it's just the tanks are fairly small. But, you know, not that big a drawback as you're going to and from the farm all the time generally anyway. Get yourself a fuel truck, something like that. So it looks like we do have one of the plows just about finishing up there with the field it's putting under, so we'll be moving that over to a new field and just continuing with month progress. Loaded up with the first of our deliveries that are headed out this month, so we do have 100,000 liters of our diesel on board. Probably pay attention here to where we're going so we don't take out the fence. Along the way, we don't have a super far drive with this one or anything, but we don't need any hazardous collisions. Everything else still need to be delivered. Rain's still a thing, good thing. No harvesting this month. Alright, swinging that in. Always a nice kick in the right direction. diesel, especially for the amount of work. $538,000, so that's definitely a move in the right direction there. We do have another tanker to bring down, but that's just slurry, so we're not going to worry about that too much. I think while we're in between switching everything else around, we'll grab the box trailer there and start loading up a few of the odds and ends to be sold in that one. This is going to be load number one. Pull it in here. It is going to be the preserved food and the special dairy. So we'll pull the straps there. Get it all in one drop. $446,000. And then we'll be on to the next truckload here. Here we are, finished up our sales for the month there with the box truck of goods and the 1,000,000 liters of silage. Turned around and made a decent amount of money there. So all told, turned around and picked up the ground over here, which cost just over $2 million. So that left us with the $1.4 million that we're sitting at, and two nice sized project fields for the off season this year, and still a couple more months to go where we can pick up more ground if the opportunity presents itself. But I think for the most part we are going to call that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.